In this video, I'm going to reveal the best sports card pack to buy and how to make money off of opening up packs and boxes. And the answer is definitely not what you think, especially if you're newer into the hobby. So let me explain. So the best answer to give you for the best sports card pack to buy in terms of making money is actually none. It is a losing game in the long run, okay? It's almost like going to a casino and pulling the slot machine lever. Can you get lucky once or twice? Of course you could. But in the long run, if you go to the casino every single day and you keep going to that slot machine, you're going to lose a lot of money in the long run because the odds are in the favor of Las Vegas, right? There's a reason why multi-billion-dollar resorts are built every single year. How? It's at the expense of people gambling. And sports cards is no different, okay? These companies like Panini and Topps, I'm not saying they're bad people in any sort of way. They're a business. They're making a profit, but the way they're making their profit is at the expense of people opening up boxes and cases. If it was profitable to do this, they would not be able to make money. Now, what a lot of people do to make it more affordable is breaking, okay? And breaking is even a worse form of gambling. So if you don't know what breaking is, let me explain. So this is how it works. Let's say you have a box of NBA Prizm from 2022. I'm just making this up, but let's say it's $1,000 just for math's sake. If you go spend $1,000 on that box and go and open it up, chances are you're going to lose money, especially if you buy 100 of them and you keep opening them up. Now, what these people that are breakers will do is they'll buy these boxes in the bunch, okay? And instead of selling it to one person, they'll split it up over multiple people. So for example, maybe a way to break up a box is each person gets 4 teams and you split it up in 8 different ways. So 8 different people pay whatever it would be, and that's how the box is paid for. Let's say the box is worth $1,000. They'll upcharge it to maybe $1,200. So 8 different people, I don't know what the math is, but 8 different people are paying what it is to equal up to $1,200. And there's different ways to break up these boxes and cases. Sometimes these breakers will open up a case and split it up by team. So for example, this year in the NBA, the most expensive player is Paolo Banchero, and to have the Orlando Magic is going to cost you a lot more money than to have someone like the New York Knicks who don't have a star rookie like the Orlando Magic do, okay? So like the Magic might cost $700 for a spot and a break, but the Knicks might only cost $200. And what these breakers will do is people will pay and they will actually equal up to more than the value of the box. So it'll equal about 120% of the value. And it doesn't sound like a big deal, like, oh, you know, I'm getting in for a small amount of money. But in the long run, you are actually paying more than that box is worth. So to go back to that $1,000 box example, let's say that box is $1,000, right? So like, if it's split up over 10 people, a breaker might charge each person $120 instead of $100 each. This way the breaker can make a little bit more money, and he knows he can do that because people don't mind, you know, giving an extra 10 to 20%. However, in the long run, you're actually paying $1,200 for that box, even though it's only worth $1,000. I hope that's making sense. You're just doing it over the course of 12 different times or 10 different times instead of doing it in one chunk. So it's not as painful because $1,000 isn't coming out of your pocket, but over the long run, you're costing yourself 20%, okay? So that's why, like, anyone that asks me, like, breaking open boxes and cases, don't get addicted to it. It's a losing game in the long run. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to do, right? That's what drives the hobby, right? All these cards that are expensive, especially people like me buy them, flip them, grade them. They come out of these boxes and packs. So have fun with it, you know. Do it once in a while. Like, I only do it like once or twice a year. I'll open up an expensive case or box, usually at the National Card Show. And usually I'm not that lucky with it. Some people are luckier than me. So I'm not saying don't do it and these people are bad people, but I just want you to be aware that it is a losing game in the long run, okay? If it was so easy to just go to a sports card shop and spend $5,000 in packs and boxes and cases and you'd make a lot of money, everybody would do it, right? But of course, you can't make money doing it that way. So with that said, my general advice is if you're looking to make money, which most people who speak to me and who tell me about sports cards are, I can guarantee you in the long run, you will lose money opening up boxes and cases. Now, however, what is the best box and case or pack of cards to buy? Okay, because if you're gonna do it, you might as well give yourself the best shot. And there's no math behind this, right? It's just opinion, and I've opened up a lot of boxes and cases in my life, but the best one to open up is Prism. It could be NFL Prism or NBA Prism. Why? Because there's so many different types of cards that could be like $30, $40, $50 that you can get in there that you can get graded and it'll sell for $150, $200, okay? As opposed to a lot of these other boxes and cases, when you open up these cards, a lot of them are really worthless unless you hit something big. But in my experience, opening up Prism, you can get a $30 card and get it graded and it could be worth $150. There's a lot of cards in there that are worth some type of value, $30, $40, $50 that it could be worth it to get it graded. So if I was doing it, I was gonna spend $10,000 on a box or a case or a pack, I would put it into NBA or NFL Prism, and there's my puppy. But hopefully you enjoyed this video and hopefully it shined a little bit of light onto how breaking and box and packs works a little bit. If you like this video, I'll put out another. Any questions, just comment below. I try to respond to my comments as much as possible, but like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to give you guys as much free value as possible. I'll see you in the next video.